Shalom. Assalamu alaikum, my friends. So I wanted to kind of discuss this, kind of do a little rant type thing about and I'm having some tricks. Chicks are for kids, you silly rabbit. That's what they need to say to all the transgenders. Leave them kids alone. Alright, so I wanted to talk about this. So this is something that I would do if I was running for president and I was a president, right? This is something that I would do. Hang on a minute. I'm looking for... Ah, here they are. I knew I had some leftover wheat things. I wanted to finish them off as well. So if I was the president, here's something that I noticed that is negative in our world in a manner. For instance, for me, where I live, I have said that there are some problems that need to be fixed in the home that I am in. So I need a window. Now, mind you, I'm going to be putting the window in myself for free. I just need the window bought, which is very cheap. You can go get these windows at these places for like between $20 to $50, depending on the size and the type of window that you want. Between $20 to $50, cheap, right? And not no $3,000 windows. No, just $20 to $30, $40. I need that, and then I have a stove that is gas. That the lighting thing mechanism on the bottom blew out, so it just needs to be replaced, which is probably another $20 to $30. Just needs to be replaced. Now I can't use my oven. I have a broiler, and I have the gas thing here. This is another reason why I love gas. In your electric, if anything electric breaks, nothing works. If something on your gas happens to go out, a lighting mechanism or the gas that runs through a pipe to go something, but something else is still working, the gas is still working, you can still use this and so on and so forth, right? That's why gas is way better than electric stoves. Fact. The living motherfucking senators in House, all you motherfuckers pushing that shit, fuck you. I'll smack you across your mouth. Gas is way better to use as a mechanism to make sure it's cheaper and it's make sure that it is actually working and you can use it, in those levels that I speak. But the thing about this whole thing, the whole concept of what I'm talking about, is I have told this 4 months ago. The window was last year. 4 months ago with my stove, maybe even longer. I have never gotten anything from it. Never, no nothing, no this. Yes, we have agreed to say, oh yeah, we'll go get it, we'll do this, we'll do that. Nothing ever happens. Now, there are a lot of things with that, like people have different type of problems that happen through their home, which could be way worse than what mine are. Way worse, you know what I mean? These are simple matters that could be easily fixed. But they are not doing it. They don't. It's like they're waiting for what? I don't know. As long as they'll wait, until I start to complain and more complain until I start getting angry. That's retarded. That's inconsiderate as well. Inconsiderate. Plus, if you knew the type of things that I do for people, you would really be furious. You would be like, that is bullshit. That guy does things for these people super cheap, for free almost. And then when he has a simple problem, he just gets ignored. That's bad. No, I'm not complaining. I'm complaining, but I'm not saying... It does not... This complaint and these people do not run my life. I could give a rat's fucking ass. Right? I don't dwell upon it. I am making this video based upon the thing like, how would I rule? How would I do things? How would my laws be? These type of things. If I was a president, I would make A poor person doesn't have the money to take a rich man to court. The rich man always can take the poor people to court. Evict them left and right, all this. After they take their rent, they can do all that type of stuff. Whole bunch of different things the rich can do. Because why? Because the legislation is for the rich. It's not for the poor, it's for the rich. They tell you it's just justice, it's for everybody. No, it's not. It's only for the rich because justice costs money. You understand what I just said? In America, justice costs fucking money. That's bullshit, Americans. Everybody realizes this, right? You realize that that's bullshit. A criminal who does criminal activity can get a lawyer for free to represent him. Let's say I'm not doing criminal activity. So if I want something done, I have to go and pay for it. I'd make a law that a poor person always can take a rich man to court. Always for free. A poor person can always take a rich man to court. And the reason why I say this is because how can the poor afford to take it? Even if the poor were in the right, how could they take a rich man to court? They don't have the money to do it. So in this, I would create a law, an executive order. Because we have, if you're going to have set up lawyers in your court system for criminals who can't afford to be represented, then by God, they're going to do the same damn thing when the poor come in. Now, mind you, if the poor come in and they have a case they want to present to a judge, then by God, let's say we have 3 people, let's 3 or 4, 2 men, 2 women, have it equal, 2 men, 2 women, and they're going to understand your case. So you go in, you talk to them about the problem that you're having. And these guys will agree or disagree based upon the information that they get from you of the problem, of whether or not you're legitimately a poor person who needs representation for free to take a rich man to fucking court. Now, if these 4 can say yay, if you get 3 yays, you get to go in. If you get 2 and 2, you get to go in. If you get 3 no's and 1 yay, then you don't. If you get 4 no's, then you don't. So it's a very good chance that the poor be likely to be awarded justice for free to get somebody to try their case without having to pay all these stupid court fees. You understand? And I would make a law for that. Because the experience that I have with it, now mind you, I don't let it dictate my life, but the experience, and a lot of people are not like me, you understand? They're not like me they allow things to dictate them. They are not aware like I am aware. So I would make an executive order based upon that. That these motherfuckers that are allowed to be rich and they want to rent homes to poor people and charge them rent money, and then they have to pay their rent on time every month. And if they don't, the rich man get mad, right? Okay. So the same way that if a poor man is in the place of the rich man's place and something breaks down or something happens, the rich man needs to fix it. Wouldn't you agree? But they don't, because legislation laws always is for them. It's not for the poor. And we all need to wake up to that. You put me in as president. Like I say, you put me in as president, these clowns in America would fucking freak the fuck. You think Trump freaks them out? Trump's a fat ass, overweight, mafia loving, criminal activity fuckboy who pretends to be a Christian. And that's what I think about someone that you people think is your savior that's going to help your democracy. That's what I think about him. He's a loser in my eyes. And I'm not trying to be mean about that. I'm just telling you that that's a fraud. It's all fraudulent. They're all in the same movie. Let alone let me talk about the other people trying to run for president. If I'm calling your savior a dumbass, how much more the people who are actually really, really wicked, doing wicked shit? These people are devils, pure blank devil fucks, in my eyes. Maybe not to you, but to me, because you guys are not aware like I am of the movie that's happening. That's why they're monitoring everything I do, because they want to know what I say before they come out and say it, because they know I'll fuck their asses up and all the things. That's why I made that little thing about, oh, here's JFK Jr., he's going to talk, he can't even talk properly, and if they debate, Trump's going to get mad. 2 days later, you see what they play on the news, Trump is now goody-goody. So they're watching. That's why the FBI came to my house, CIA. They're watching because they know damn well that they better watch everything that they do and say, because a guy like me can expose you. So they're going to play their little fucking movie revolved around the shit that I say. But here's the thing about me. They don't realize who Khadar is. I can do something to make you think that in this manner. And all it is for later on is for me to jack you up. That's what you don't realize. They had gotten mad because I exposed, one time I sent a tweet to the huge radar people, the satellite, SATCOM, CIA, FBI, DOJ, the DOD, USMC, US Navy, US Army, the Marines, Joint Chief of Staff, certain senators, and the news media. And I made fun of them. I said, you guys ain't even got, you call yourself an intelligence, you ain't even got no intelligence. That set them off. That kind of pissed them off. So they wanted to be boastful to say that, yeah, we know where you live. We come to your house, we know where you live. Big whoop-de fucking do. I tell people where I live in my fucking videos. You're not very intelligent. Your intelligence sucks. I'm just telling you. And when you're dealing with third world nation people who are a little lack of intelligence, and you claim to be smart, how smart are you when you're comparing yourself to third world nations? Why don't you compare yourself to China or Russia, motherfuckers? It's a whole different ball game, ain't it? And they don't like when I expose that truths. They hate it. But that is something I would change in our law. That way, poor people can get justice for things that they know are wrong. And that's the problem in our nation, is the poor are not allowed because they can't afford to go get the justice that they deserve, that they are required by law to get. Because the first thing they'll do, if they know the rich man going to get in trouble and poor man come, they'll say, it'll cost you this amount and this amount. You have to file this and this will cost you that. You have to file that. That'll cost you that. This costs that. Poor man walk right out. I can't afford this. So the rich man gets to walk around as a criminal. How fun is that? I had to get Pepsi because they did not have no cherry Coke, so I had to get cherry Pepsi. I had to take the Pepsi challenge. Ah, shit, man. They're going to be mad at me because I own Coca-Cola stock. You're on camera drinking Pepsi and you own Coca-Cola stock? What are you doing? Oh my God. I don't care about that shit. It's not like it's not like they listen to anything or anybody tells me anything about my stock. I could go and find out. I just don't give a shit. That's the difference between me and other people. They all chase after money. I don't give a fuck. I know you have to have money for stuff. I know all that shit, man. I don't sit around chasing it. I don't I don't let it dictate my life. I think I give a fuck less. If I have it, fine, it's wonderful. I'll spend it all up. or put it in my shoebox like I do. And just stash it away for a rainy day. But other people, they worry about that. They're worried about money and stuff like that. I'm content with surviving. You know, because if you've ever, like I say in some video, if you've ever known what I have been through, I'm content with surviving, man. Everybody, you don't. That's why I find, because if we go to a civil war, I find that's going to be so. The Americans, you have no fucking idea. No fucking idea. Your panties get in a wad when your phone don't work. I don't think these people realize what is going to come if they don't fucking repent. I really don't. And I had shown you that, you know, about that little thing, if you had seen. In this video, I want to explain that a little bit more. When Jesus is talking about, if you don't have a purse to carry your money, go get one. I got lots of them. Money purses. Here's one of my money purses. I got quarters all in here. Just nothing but quarters. I got like $50 in quarters. And that's just in that one. I got a real big money purse right here. Look at this. This big money purse right here. In snake skin. Oh, snake skin. Look at that nice green snake. I bit him. Ah! I bit his head off. And made myself a nice... Look at that. I got all the other changes in here. Pennies, nickels, dimes. Dimes. I got some quarters in here. But most of it is the lower type money. So I separate my big money and my little money. There inside here is probably another $50 probably. I don't really count it. I don't count. I just know like how much I had put in, and then I had that 5, now I'm going to put 2 in. Now I have 7. And then sometimes I forget. But I'm pretty sure that in here is 50. Maybe even more. I don't know. I don't care. Like I said, I'm not counting it. I just store it up for a rainy day. I even have another one over here. So Jesus is saying this. So I'm listening. I got my money purses ready. You know. Imagine I go to a third world country. They tell me a price of a food item, right? I go to a third world. And they're expecting, they ask me, where are you from? I say, I'm from America. I say to them, how much for this? How much for this? Let's say I get some chai. How much for this chai? And it's like 20 cents. 20 cents. But they're thinking I'm going to give them 2 dimes, American dimes, because to them, 20 cents is almost $1. That'd be like $1 for them. So I say, how much is this? 20 cents. I say, okay. They pay in rupees or Afghanis, something like that, right? They use. So I give them their own currency. They're sad. They not like it, their own currency. They're sad about it. They was hoping I was going to pull out an American money change. That's what they were hoping. So, imagine how much? 20, well, they would say like 20,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, something like that, you know. I give them $1 and then walk away. They're excited. That shut the shop down today. That shut the shop down today because they made $5. Well, $1, but it's like equal to that amount. They get to go home early. But anyway, Jesus is talking about that. If you don't have a money purse, get one. If you don't have a sword, why not get mine? You see mine. I not get it. I don't want to get it. I show you like this. If you have a sword, go buy yourself a sword. Because he says, and you have to understand when you read that saying of what he's saying this prophecy that is written about me, this must be fulfilled as well. See, that prophecy has not been fulfilled yet. People need to understand that. That prophecy has not been fulfilled because it's going to be when the righteous take up the sword against all the wicked in the earth. Do you realize this, people? This is what we're coming to right now. This is what America's pushing, and all these technology people pushing, all this AI crap pushing, all this transgender. They're pushing and pushing against the religious people. And as you can see, they'll start to attack the religious people. And when they start to attack the children, that's what he says, trying to explain to the children, look, I have told you, turn your other cheek, and we have done all this. Just like before, Moses gave you a certificate of divorce, but that was not so from the beginning. And he came to make things that were haram halal for you. So he has opened up the law in a little bit more for us, in a manner of wisdom and understanding about it. So the pig was an unclean animal, and now since he gave us understanding and wisdom about it, the pig is now halal. You can eat pig as long as you're doing it properly. If you don't, you're going to end up like that one man and get diseased, and you're going to have 9 jinn up inside you. You have a legion up inside you because of the poison. But anyway, so then he said, take up your sword. So the righteous, there's coming, and it's coming. Like I tell people, it is coming. The other nations around the globe, they're already ready. They're ready. They just don't have the means because they're poor. They don't have the means to try to do it. That's why you see so many in the Palestinians. That's why they do what they do. And then they're throwing rocks and sticks. Think about this for a minute. Palestinians are throwing rocks at you. Soldier, you're shooting guns. How unequal is that in battling someone? And you call yourself a good nation in that manner, Israel? Don't fuck around with me. Don't fuck around with me. That's bad news right there. We're not talking about the radical Hamas and all this other stuff. They use weapons, yes. But we're talking about just the normal street guys on the street because some Jew fuck wants to come around and take over his fucking home. And the poor man has no way to defend himself, so he throwing a rock at them. Get the fuck out of here. Meanwhile, they're going to go call the soldiers to bring guns to shoot him up in the down, dead in the street like a dog. That's wrong. That's wrong. These people of the flesh, they keep claiming land for the flesh. It's ours. God gave it to us. Who's us? God gave it to those who follow him in spirit, not in flesh. Sick of that shit, man. And all you Americans better wake up to that. So that way you understand more about Israel. You got Trump defending Israel. That's why I say, that guy's a fucking joke. These people don't have wisdom. They don't have any intelligence about what really is going on in the plan of God. It's all about their money, their richness, their authority, their power. Fuck them. That's why I'd love, if I ever got to run for president and I could go against Donald Trump, man, I would walk around the stage and intimidate him like a motherfucker like he was doing other people. I really would. I walk right behind him where he gonna give an answer. He going to look behind him. He don't know. He going to go watch the video. He gonna have people investigate me. They'll watch my videos and see a Al-Mahdi swinging around swords and acting like a crazy man and shit. He gonna be on the podium like a big fat fuck. It don't matter who. It could be anybody. I have run against JFK and his speech impediment. I'll run against DeSantos, whoever. I don't care who it is. I know who these guys are. I know their attitude, their mind frames. I'm well aware of their cliques of high school and their fanciness of themselves. I'm well aware of all that shit. I'd intimidate the fuck out of them. On purpose, I would. I'd have Trump stuttering on the damn microphone. The fake news, you know, and all this shit. Because that's what they would do. They'd look me up. They'd find out crazy things. Some would think, oh, he a bad man. He a good man. They don't know. Oh, he'll freak out. You know what I'm saying? I proved to everybody live on TV that these guys are fucking jokes and they cannot handle someone who's actually intelligent to debate them about actual things that we all, that normal people don't know about, but I know about. You know, I know about the Afghanistan shit. I have friends all in Afghanistan on my Facebook, like I say. I know all about all that shit. Not a soldier, not like soldier who looks at them as enemy. I'm not like the soldier boy, because he's always going to take the side of the ignorance. You understand? I know more deeper stuff about it all. That's what separates me from them. So I would love, like I say, for the American people, if American people watch my video, I would love to get the opportunity to run against these fucking dudes, these rich fucks who are destroying our nation. I'd love to run against them. And then when I get in the White House, I myself physically will fire whoever. I'll walk in and start firing him. I'm the leader of the executive branch. I'll fire every fucking one of you. And then I'll go and I'll have my guys go and investigate, find out who it is that's a very good, righteous person. And you call them into my office, we do an interview with them, and I'll point them where I want them to be working. You see what I'm saying, everyone? They won't know me, I won't know them. I'm just looking at your character of yourself. Not making judgment upon your flesh, but making a judgment upon your spirit. And I'll have you working for me. These guys talk a big game, but they never do it. They always put the Nephilim right back in. Look at the FBI guy that's running right now, Christopher Wray, that guy. Well, who was it that told Trump that to put him in? Chris Christie? Isn't that the man of renown? One of the Nephilim? The men of renown? He already has a name and a power. So they're just going to choose from these same old fucking jacks who have all... If our democracy's corrupt from the past, who lose? And look at the people that were in the past. Now, people are going to come out, oh, it's corrupt. Oh, well, let's take this guy and this guy. We'll put him here. We'll choose this guy. They're just reshuffling around the foul shit. That's it. That's it. And they know it. That's why we need to get rid of all of that. And that's what I would do if I was the leader. I would get in there. Like I say, I would call forth. I'd go through every fucking one of them and bring them into my office, right into the Oval Office. I even have the news media, if you want, filming it to watch me fire them. Since Trump likes to be on the apprentice, you're fire. I'll fire you. I'll fire all of you. Every one of you. I'll fire you, Joe Biden. I'll fire you, Donald Trump. I'll fire you. I'll fire all of you. Because not one of you practices properly the interpretations of the Word of God. I don't care. Come in your name. I don't care. You come in Muslim? I don't care. You have that proper interpretation either. You're a Christian? You don't have proper interpretation. I don't give a fuck. You're a Hindi? I don't give a fuck about your religions. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 8. Again, Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 8. What's it say? Read it. What does it say there? Don't tell me all your shit is proper. And that's what I would start. And I'd straighten all this shit out. And once I straighten out, I go after all of our entertainment industry. The things that brain warp our children's minds and corrupt our children, I'll go after them next. Could you imagine me rising up? How many? Look at how I would be attacked by all of them. I'd be attacked by all of them. They'd all come out to try to say something. But I don't got nothing bad on me. You see what I'm saying? They can't do anything like that. So the only thing they're going to be able to do is name call. But I can name call back too, motherfucker. I cuss. That's why sometimes I think that God make me who I am, because behind the closed doors, these guys who come out and make themselves glamourly, oh, we are good, so good. Behind closed doors, they're fouler than me. And that's what I think God make me like this. So that way, when this take place, these people, they'll call me names, but they'll think I'm a softie. I'm not a softie. I'll fucking stand up in front of you and say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Boo. They jump and get scared. Oh, we have to call somebody. That guy, he is scaring us. Oh, go check him out. He's scaring us. Whiny fucking babies. Whiny babies. I should sue you for defamation of my character. I should sue you for making accusations that are false claims upon me. How you like that shit? I have the freedom to say whatever the fuck I want to say whenever I want to fucking say it. If I say I'm going to slap you in the face, I can say I'll slap you in the face. Now, I'm not going to do it because then that becomes the crime. But I can say it. He's threatening us. He threatened us. Oh, a threat. Now you want it to be a threat. You deserve to be slapped in the face. They're whiny babies, I'm telling you. This is how they do. This is how our democracy works right now. These guys can sit around and call people racist and names and defamation of their character and everything else. But the minute somebody else refers back to them, I'll slap you in the face. You keep calling me that. I'll slap you in the fucking face if you call me a racist one more time. Any of you. I'll slap you in the face if you say that I'm a secret agent for some other fucking democracy. Keep it up, and I'll slap you in your fucking mouth. You see what I'm saying? And then these guys, you see how these guys act and what they do in the reality of things. They're all like high school punks. That's all it really boils down to, is these are high school punks. You know how a punk was in high school? The bully or the other clowns, the sports players or the smokers, the rough tough guys. Remember I told you I'm in the back of the class watching all of them. I know all their attitudes and what they're thinking. And even in school, you can check me out. Even in school, I see a sports guy picking on some nerd, I'll go and beat the sports guy up. And then all the sports guys are like, shit, that guy can fight. And it's like, yeah, everybody in school thought you were the guy that was cool, but you're not. You're just a punk. You're a punk in little shorts playing ball. Little kid, little fuck boy. That's all you are to me. Oh, you muscly man! I don't care, I'll knock you out too. Then you get the smokers or the thugs, and you see how they act. Even in school, I see what they do. I beat them up too. I get in a fight with them and beat them up. And then all the thugs, they're like, oh, that guy's, he kick our ass. He'll beat you up. He beat you up. And then sometimes in school they would try to get me to beat up one of their friends. You know, they'd come and start saying, "Hey, did you know that guy he talking about you?" Because they'd want me to go, and they want to see me fight. That's what they wanted to see it. Weird people, are they not? Wanting to watch someone fight. Goofy. That's why UFC's so big, because you got all these clowns wanting to watch people do that shit. Goofy. And you think you're not sick in the head? You like to watch that shit? You're sick in the head, man. You're sick in the head. But like I say, that's why I would love to debate these guys. I'd love to be in front of these guys because I'm aware of their mind frames. They never come across a guy like me. Even in school, I was always like that. Even growing up, I was always different than everyone. And they would all get jealous because the truth of the matter is they'd all get so jealous because their girlfriends all want to talk to me. This is fact. And they get jealous. They want to jump and beat me up and stuff because their girls is talking to me in class. Hi, Chris. How are you? What are you doing? Oh, I like your shoes. I like this. And you know that. And all of a sudden they think I'm hitting on their girlfriend. It's like, dude, I don't chase that shit. So they like this one guy. he went on to be a soldier. And then later he got out of the soldiery. And now he works at the fire department, right? And this guy back in school, we were in high school, this took place. There was this girl, Christy, and she was going out with this guy named Fred. And Christy one time was in class, in my math class, and she sat right next to me. So we come in the classroom, I sat at my desk. She come in, she sat in the desk, she picked the desk, she sat next to me. So when you go to the classroom, you don't have an assigned desk, you could sit wherever you want in that manner. So I went to set up in the front today. So I went in the front of the class and sat in the front. And because there was the smart kids always up there, and I wanted to try to, you know, be like smart like them, you know, see what it's like to be like that. So I sat up there, smart kids all up here, and she sat next to me. She's smart in the math. She starts to talk to me, and she starts giggling, we joking around, she's laughing. Fred find out about it. Oh, now Fred want to beat me up. So after school, we go on the bus, he gets on my bus, and he's not supposed to be on my bus, first of all. He don't live in my neighborhood. But he comes and he gets off the same stop I get off. Yeah, I get off. My sisters are all there as well. You know, my two sisters get off with me. And he has brass knuckles. He wants to fight me. He has brass knuckles. And I know he has brass knuckles. I beat him up. Beat him up and took his brass knuckles. That's right. Beat him up and took his brass knuckles. His girlfriend broke up with him. She didn't go back. I didn't go out with her. Never have. She went out with a different guy after that. One that was, I guess, a little less jealous. But it was funny. And then later he became a soldier, and I'm thinking that, man, look at that mentality that soldiers carry. Like this is the kind of guy in high school. Now he's going to be a soldier. Nah, he had a bad attitude in life. And he probably still to this day has a foul attitude of life. You know? But I just want to make this video kind of a rant to talk about different things of what I would do. You know, that's exactly what I would do. I would change the law in that manner where the poor would freely be able to go after justice upon the rich. Especially when they're in the right. You know what I mean? Especially when they're in the right. That way, equity and equality is spread. You know, it's given out freely, it's spread. And the rich are no longer just the ones running the legislation anymore. No. Because it's only benefiting them. We don't need to change it into socialism and communism. We don't need that shit. That shit's garbage. We just need to rearrange how things are being presented to the people when everyone knows it's the rich who benefit. The poor get nothing. Like I say, every time you get a raise, what happens to all the food prices, the gas prices? Oh, we're going to get a raise? How wonderful. Oh, instead of making that amount, I'm making more money. The next week you go to the store, all the food's high. What? So the same corporation is still producing the same stuff by the people who make it. And yet, they're raising the price, so they're still profiting. And you're still the slave producing the profit for them. Wake up! Shalom. Assalamu alaikum.